Welcome to the universe of GEEK, where curiosity guides your knowledge quest. We're not teachers, but your learning partners. So, buckle up, knowledge seekers, and get ready to explore. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe our channel for more wisdom-packed content. Keep exploring, keep learning with GEEK.
Welcome to our journey through time, a sassy exploration into the world of renewable energy. From the very first flame kindled by our ancient ancestors, to the sleek solar panels and towering wind turbines of today, energy has always been a driving force of human civilization. Yet, as we stand on the brink of a renewable energy revolution, it's worth asking, where did it all begin? How did we get here? And most importantly, where are we headed? Strap in, grab a snack, and prepare for a wild ride through the highs, lows, and surprising twists of renewable energy's incredible story. Let's get started. Before we delve into the dawn of renewable energy, let's take a moment to recognize the ingenious minds who first harnessed the power of nature. Picture an ancient civilization, where the people understood the rhythms of the sun, wind, and water. They were the original inventors, the first engineers, and the earliest environmentalists. They built the foundations of renewable energy that we stand upon today. From the Egyptians who developed simple wind-powered boats, to the Persians who created the first windmills, to the Chinese who discovered the power of biogas, these trailblazers set the stage for the renewable energy revolution we're witnessing today. They dared to dream, innovate, and create, opening up a world of possibilities. So let's pay homage to these ancient innovators as we continue our journey through the sassy history of renewable energy. It's time to turn the page to the next chapter, the dawn of renewable energy. Have you ever wondered how our ancestors powered their lives before the age of fossil fuels? Let's take a quick journey back in time. Long before coal mines and oil rigs dotted the landscape, people turned to the natural world for energy. Think of the ancient mariner, navigating vast oceans under the sheer power of the wind, or the humble miller, using a water wheel to grind grain into flour. These were the early adopters of renewable energy, harnessing the forces of nature to power their lives. It's easy to forget that before the advent of fossil fuels, renewable energy was the norm, not the exception. The sun, wind, and water were the lifeblood of ancient civilizations, providing a sustainable and reliable source of energy. Clearly, our ancestors knew a thing or two about harnessing the power of nature, but how did we move from water wheels to solar panels? As we leave the dawn of renewable energy behind, let's dive into the evolution phase. The journey from water wheels to solar panels wasn't an overnight process, but rather a series of incremental advancements and discoveries. The ancient Greeks, for instance, were known to use solar energy for heating purposes. Fast forward to the 7th century, and we see the Persians using windmills for irrigation. By the 17th century, the Dutch were using wind power to drain wetlands and create arable land. These developments were crucial building blocks for the renewable energy technologies we use today. However, there was a significant leap in the evolution of renewable energy during the 19th century. This era, known as the Industrial Revolution, marked a turning point for renewable energy. But before we get into that, it's important to understand that the progression of renewable energy wasn't linear. There were periods of stagnation and even regression, particularly during times of abundant and cheap fossil fuels. But through it all, the story of renewable energy is one of resilience and innovation, a testament to human ingenuity and our relationship with the natural world. The Industrial Revolution, a period of rapid industrial growth from the mid-18th to mid-19th century, was powered primarily by coal. But did you know it also marked a turning point for renewable energy? Yes, you heard that right. It was during this time that the first photovoltaic cell was developed in 1839, a significant milestone that would eventually lead to the creation of solar panels. And let's not forget about the first windmill for electricity production that sprang up in 1888. Despite these remarkable advancements, they were largely overshadowed by the dominance of fossil fuels during this period. I mean, who could compete with the mighty coal and oil industries? But these early inventions laid the groundwork for the renewable energy sources we rely on today. So while the Industrial Revolution is known for its smoky factories, it also quietly sparked the beginning of modern renewable energy. As we transition from the Industrial Revolution, we enter a period of struggle and breakthrough for renewable energy. Despite the early developments in solar and wind power, the 19th and early 20th centuries were not kind to these budding technologies. Fossil fuels, with their abundance and cheap costs, continued to reign supreme. And renewable energy? Well, it was often seen as a curiosity, an interesting experiment but nothing more. However, not all hope was lost. Throughout these years, innovators and visionaries continued their work, refining and improving upon these early inventions. In 1905, Albert Einstein published his groundbreaking paper on the photoelectric effect, the principle that would later become the foundation of modern solar panels. In the 1930s, the first hydropower plants were built, harnessing the power of rivers and waterfalls to generate electricity. And in the 1950s, the world's first commercial nuclear power plant was constructed. These developments, though often overlooked, played a crucial role in paving the way for the renewable energy revolution of the 20th century. They were the seeds sown in rocky soil, the glimmers of hope in a world dominated by fossil fuels. So as we move forward, let's not forget the struggles and breakthroughs of these early years, for they are a testament to the resilience and ingenuity of the human spirit. The 20th century brought about many changes, not the least of which was a renewed interest in renewable energy. Why, you ask? Well, the answer lies in the oil crisis of the 1970s. As oil prices skyrocketed, nations around the globe felt the pinch, and the search for alternative energy sources picked up pace. During this turbulent time, the world saw the establishment of the first solar power plants and wind farms. Solar panels began to dot rooftops, and wind turbines sprouted in gusty landscapes. These weren't just experiments, they were a direct response to the oil crisis, a beacon of hope amidst the uncertainty. The crisis acted as a catalyst, pushing the world to look beyond fossil fuels, beyond the immediate, and into the future. It sparked a worldwide interest in renewable energy, a trend that continues to this day. The 20th century set the stage for a renewable energy revolution, but what does the future hold? From the ashes of an oil crisis, a new era emerged, one that dared to challenge the status quo. This was the dawn of the renewable energy era. As the 20th century rolled into the 21st, the world began to see a significant shift in its energy landscape. The innovations spurred by the oil crisis matured into reliable, efficient, and increasingly affordable technologies. Solar and wind energy, once dismissed as impractical, began to prove their worth on a large scale. Governments, corporations, and individuals began to invest heavily in renewable energy, giving it the push it needed to go mainstream. The late 20th century witnessed a technological revolution. The internet, mobile phones, and personal computers transformed our lives. But beneath this digital revolution, another revolution was brewing, a green revolution. And as we moved into the new millennium, the world was ready to embrace this change with open arms. It was ready for a renewable energy era, but how would this era shape the 21st century? Let's find out. Welcome to the 21st century, where renewable energy is no longer a fringe idea, but a vital part of our energy mix. It's been quite the journey, hasn't it? And yet, it feels like we're just getting started. The growth of renewable energy in recent years has been nothing short of phenomenal. Technological advancements and increasing concern about climate change have fueled this growth. To put things into perspective, global renewable energy consumption has more than doubled since the turn of the millennium. In fact, renewables now provide nearly a quarter of the world's power. And it's not just about power. The renewable energy industry has also created millions of jobs worldwide. But here's the real kicker, we're just scratching the surface. With the ongoing advancements in technology and growing public awareness, the potential for further growth is enormous. So, from water wheels to wind turbines, renewable energy has come a long way. And if current trends continue, the future looks brighter than ever. Having journeyed from the humble beginnings of renewable energy to its remarkable growth in the 21st century, let's now cast our gaze toward the future. What does the future hold for renewable energy? Well, the short answer is, a lot of promise. As we stand at the precipice of an era where sustainable living is not just a choice but a necessity, renewable energy is destined to play a pivotal role. Innovations are already underway that aim to make renewable energy more efficient, affordable, and accessible. For instance, think about solar panels that can be seamlessly integrated into the fabric of our buildings, or wind turbines that can operate at lower wind speeds than ever before. Then there's the tantalizing prospect of harnessing the power of the oceans through wave and tidal energy. Moreover, the energy storage problem, a significant hurdle for renewables, is also being tackled head-on. From advanced battery technologies to using excess renewable energy for producing hydrogen, a clean-burning fuel, solutions are being actively explored and developed. But perhaps the most exciting aspect of the future of renewable energy is the one that's hardest to predict: the unknown. Just as the pioneers of renewable energy in the past surprised us with their ingenuity, so too will the innovators of the future. It's a future that's ripe with possibility, and we can't wait to see what it holds. So buckle up, because the journey of renewable energy is far from over. Let's recap what we've learned about the evolution of renewable energy. We started with the early days, when humanity harnessed the raw power of wind, water, and sun. Then we stepped into the Industrial Revolution, a time of steam and coal, and yet, renewable energy made its mark. We saw the turning point, the environmental awakening in the 20th century, when the world began to truly realize the importance of renewable resources. Fast forward to the 21st century, and here we are, with renewable energy not just a fringe idea, but a major player in the global energy market. It's not just about windmills and solar panels anymore. We're talking about biofuels, geothermal power, and who knows what else is on the horizon. The evolution of renewable energy is a testament to human ingenuity and our ability to adapt. In the face of new challenges, who knows what renewable energy sources we'll discover next?
Time to dock your knowledge spaceship, fellow explorers. Remember, the universe of GEEK is always expanding. Share the wisdom, hit like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more interstellar insights. Keep exploring, keep learning with GEEK. See you in the next video to expand your knowledge.